Hello peeps! When people think about the summer transfer window, they usually think about players. The record-breaking transfer fees, the deadline day drama, the medicals, contract announcements, and the inevitable social media meltdowns. But sometimes, the most important signing a club makes isn't on the pitch, it's in the dugout. A new manager can completely change the direction of a football club. Different tactics, different personalities, different expectations, and sometimes an entirely new identity. Ahead of the 2026-2027 Premier League season, 7 clubs have officially appointed new managers. Some are proven winners, some are taking the biggest step of their coaching careers, and every single one of them will know that patience is in short supply in the Premier League. Today, we'll look at all 7 appointments, why each club made the change, what these managers have achieved so far, and what supporters can realistically expect when the new season gets underway. Let's get into it. We'll begin with one of the biggest appointments of the entire summer. Chelsea have officially appointed Xabi Alonso as their new head coach after Liam Rosenwald was sacked after a few months. You people arrive at Stamford Bridge with a stronger footballing resume. As a player, Alonso won league titles in Spain and Germany, 2 UEFA Champions Leagues, the FIFA World Cup with Spain, and 2 European Championships. Wherever he played, he became known for his intelligence, composure, and ability to control matches from midfield. Those qualities have carried over into management. Successful spell with Bayer Leverkusen, disappointing stint at Real Madrid, established Alonso as one of Europe's most sought-after coaches. His teams have earned praise for their tactical flexibility, intelligent build-up play, and their ability to dominate possession without becoming predictable. It's no surprise Chelsea moved quickly when the opportunity became available. The club's owners have invested heavily in young players over the last few seasons, but assembling talented footballers is only half the job. Turning that talent into a team capable of challenging for the biggest trophies is something entirely different. That's exactly why Alonso has been brought in. Around Stamford Bridge, there's genuine excitement about the appointment. Many supporters see Alonso as a manager capable of bringing stability after several years of change, while also developing the club's exciting young squad into genuine title contenders. Of course, this is Chelsea. Expectations rarely come with a grace period. The board will expect Champions League qualification as a minimum, while supporters will be hoping to see the gap to Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester City begin to close immediately. His first London derby, his first meeting with Arsenal, and eventually his first trip to Anfield will all provide early tests of how quickly Chelsea are adapting to his ideas. The pressure will be enormous. But if recent history is anything to go by, Xabi Alonso has never looked particularly uncomfortable under pressure. Next up is a man who has earned this opportunity the hard way. Liverpool have officially appointed Andoni Iraola following his outstanding spell at Bournemouth. When Iraola first arrived on the south coast, Bournemouth's primary objective was simply remaining in the Premier League. A few seasons later, they were playing some of the most entertaining football in the division and had secured European qualification for the first time in the club's history. That achievement completely changed how people viewed him. His Bournemouth side became known for relentless pressing, aggressive attacking football, and an incredible work ethic. They were organised without being negative, energetic without becoming reckless, and capable of causing problems for almost anyone. Liverpool's hierarchy clearly saw similarities with the football supporters have come to expect at Anfield. While nobody is asking Iraola to become the next Jurgen Klopp, there are obvious characteristics that make him feel like a natural fit. High intensity, quick transitions, front foot football. It's a style Liverpool fans appreciate. Replacing a successful manager at one of the world's biggest clubs is never straightforward. Every decision will be compared. Every result will be analysed. And every defeat will inevitably lead to questions about whether the right appointment was made. Supporters appear excited by the fresh ideas Iraola brings, but they also understand the size of the challenge. Liverpool don't measure success by simply qualifying for Europe. They expect to compete for the Premier League title, challenge in the Champions League, and fight for domestic trophies every season. That expectation won't change just because there's a new face in the dugout. It's a huge step up. But based on everything Iraola achieved at Bournemouth, it's a step he's earned. Next, we come to what might just be the toughest managerial job in football: replacing Pep Guardiola. After leaving Chelsea, Enzo Maresca returns to Manchester City as the club's new head coach. It's a fascinating appointment because, unlike many managers arriving at a new club, Maresca already understands exactly how Manchester City operate. Before becoming a Premier League manager in his own right, he worked as part of Guardiola's coaching staff and played an important role in City's coaching setup. That familiarity undoubtedly appealed to the club's board. Rather than completely changing direction after Guardiola's departure, City have chosen continuity. Maresca believes in patient possession football, intelligent positional play, and controlling matches through the ball. There are obvious similarities with Guardiola's philosophy, but this is now his team. His reputation took a hit significantly during his time at Chelsea, where he demonstrated his ability to improve young players, but results on the pitch were pretty bad. Now he inherits one of the strongest squads in world football. That, however, comes with an obvious downside. Expectations couldn't really be any higher. Manchester City supporters have become accustomed to winning league titles, challenging for the Champions League and competing for every trophy available. The board will expect that standard to continue. Perhaps the biggest challenge Maresca faces isn't tactics, it's comparison. Every substitution, every formation, every dropped point. There will always be someone asking what Pep Guardiola might have done differently. Fortunately for Maresca, he isn't walking into an unfamiliar environment. He knows the club, understands the culture, and already has the respect of many people inside the Etihad. His first Manchester derby against United and his first meeting with former club Chelsea are certain to attract enormous attention. Replacing a legend is almost impossible, but Manchester City clearly believe they've appointed the man best placed to begin the next chapter of the club's remarkable success. Nottingham Forest have made one of the most eye-catching managerial appointments of the summer by bringing in Oliver Glasner. The Austrian arrives after an impressive spell with Crystal Palace, where he earned widespread praise for building a disciplined, organised side capable of competing with some of the Premier League's biggest clubs. Before that, Glasner also enjoyed successful periods with Wolfsburg and Eintracht Frankfurt, famously leading Frankfurt to UEFA Europa League glory. That European success cemented his reputation as a manager who knows how to prepare teams for the biggest occasions. Forest's rise over the last few seasons has been remarkable. After years spent battling simply to establish themselves back in the Premier League, expectations have changed dramatically. This is no longer just a club hoping to survive. The ambition now is to become a regular challenger for European football. That's where Glasner comes in. His teams are renowned for their organisation, tactical discipline, and ability to transition quickly from defence into attack. They're difficult to break down, but equally dangerous when opportunities appear. It's a style that many Forest supporters will hope can bring consistency across an entire Premier League campaign. The club's board have shown they aren't afraid to invest, both on and off the pitch, and appointing an experienced European coach sends another statement about where they believe Forest can go next. Supporters seem optimistic. Replacing a popular manager is never straightforward, but Glasner's track record suggests he has the experience needed for a club with growing ambitions. His first visit to the City ground will undoubtedly generate plenty of excitement, while meetings with Midlands rivals and Europe's established elite will quickly show whether Forest are ready to take another step forward. European qualification is no longer just a dream, it's becoming an expectation, especially with Marinakis being the owner. Now, Bournemouth replacing Andoni Iraola was never going to be an easy task. After losing the man who guided Bournemouth into Europe for the first time in their history, the club have turned to experienced German coach Marco Rose. Rose arrives with an impressive managerial resume. He's previously managed Red Bull Salzburg, Borussia Mönchengladbach, and RB Leipzig, winning league titles in Austria while building a reputation as one of Germany's most respected coaches. Throughout his career, he's developed young players, embraced attacking football, and encouraged his teams to press aggressively without losing their organisation. Those qualities should feel familiar to Bournemouth supporters. Rather than completely changing the club's identity, Rose appears to be someone capable of continuing many of the principles that helped make Bournemouth such an entertaining side under Iraola. Of course, replacing success can sometimes be harder than creating it. Expectations on the South Coast have never been higher. European football brings extra matches, greater squad demands, and far more attention from supporters across the continent. The board clearly believes Rose has enough experience to manage those challenges while keeping Bournemouth competitive in the Premier League. Among supporters, there's naturally a mixture of excitement and curiosity. Losing a manager as popular as Iraola was always going to disappoint fans, but Rose arrives with enough experience at the highest level to inspire confidence. The challenge now is proving Bournemouth's recent success wasn't just a remarkable chapter, it was the beginning of something much bigger. Crystal Palace have placed their faith in French coach Pierre as the club begins a new chapter. Sage arrives with an excellent reputation for coaching, player development, and tactical organisation. While he may not yet have the profile of some of today's other appointments, he's widely respected within football for his calm approach and detailed preparation. For Palace, this appointment isn't necessarily about making the biggest headline, it's about building on strong foundations. The club has enjoyed one of the most positive periods in its recent history, and now faces the challenge of maintaining those standards. Supporters know that replacing a successful manager is rarely simple. Naturally, there will be comparisons. Every result, every tactical decision, and every substitution will be judged against what came before. That's simply part of football. Sage's coaching philosophy focuses on structure, intelligent movement, and helping players improve individually while functioning as part of a collective system. It's an approach the Palace board clearly believes can provide long-term stability rather than short-term excitement. The expectation isn't necessarily to transform Crystal Palace overnight. Instead, it's about maintaining progress, remaining competitive in the Premier League, and continuing to develop one of the division's most exciting squads. His first trip to rivals Brighton will quickly introduce him to one of English football's most underrated rivalries, while matches against the league's biggest clubs will provide an early indication of how quickly his ideas are taking shape. For Palace supporters, this appointment represents cautious optimism. Now comes the difficult part: turning promise into Premier League points. Our final appointment takes us to Craven Cottage. Fulham have officially appointed former Spain international Álvaro Arbeloa as their new head coach. Many supporters will remember Arbeloa for an outstanding playing career. He represented Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Spain, winning 2 European championships, the FIFA World Cup, the Champions League, and numerous domestic honours along the way. Since retiring, however, he's quietly built an impressive coaching reputation behind the scenes. Working within Real Madrid's academy, Arbeloa developed young players while earning praise for his attention to detail and modern coaching methods. Those performances eventually earned him opportunities at senior level, convincing Fulham that he was ready for one of the biggest jobs of his coaching career, especially with a minimal budget. Unlike some of today's appointments, Arbeloa remains something of an unknown in Premier League management. That uncertainty brings both excitement and pressure. Supporters know his pedigree as a player. Now they'll be eager to discover whether he can translate those experiences into success on the touchline. The Fulham board clearly believes they've identified a coach capable of growing alongside the club rather than simply managing it. Rather than chasing a high-profile name, they've invested in someone they believe can build something sustainable. His return to Anfield as a Premier League manager will undoubtedly be one of the standout moments of the season. Liverpool supporters still remember his time on Merseyside with great affection, making that reunion one to look forward to. For now, though, Arbeloa's attention will be focused on establishing Fulham as a consistent Premier League side capable of pushing further up the table. It's undoubtedly the biggest challenge of his coaching career. Now he gets the opportunity to show exactly what he's capable of. So those are the 7 new managers taking charge in the Premier League ahead of the 2026-2027 season. Some clubs have turned to proven winners, others have backed exciting young coaches with fresh ideas, and a few have taken bold decisions that could define their future for years to come. As always, football supporters will have their own opinions. Some appointments already look inspired, others might need a little more convincing. The truth is, we'll only know who's made the right decision once the football begins. Now, I want to hear from you. Which appointment do you think is the best one? Who do you think will make the biggest impact? And is there a manager on today's list who could surprise everyone this season? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please do all the usual YouTube stuff for more confirmed football news and updates. And if you haven't already, check out some of our other FTR videos covering confirmed transfers, stadium developments, and everything else happening across the football world. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.